If you actually watch, he has a couple of swings at this. Finally gets it right. Wrong. Swing one. Picked that one out. Here's an unfortunate moment for Jamie Hoyland of Sheffield United. The only satisfaction we can derive from seeing this again is if Jamie hadn't have got there, Paul Ince might have done. Paul, one of football's most loved characters, apparently becomes a little unbearable if he nicks one. Hang on, what's this? Norwich City involved in own goal shock? And to their favour too. It's my beloved Crystal Palace, Andy Thorne giving that one away. But surely Norwich aren't going to take that lying down. The own goal kings, they must bounce back. And bounce back they do. Within moments, the plucky number 9 shirt of Rob Newman pops up. And once again, reason is returned to its throne at Carrow Road. That was close. For one horrible moment, Norwich thought they were involved in an own goal game, and it wasn't their own goal. Couldn't have that. So that honourable triumvirate reads Polston, Bowen, Newman. Do you remember body popping? Paul McGrath does, and as the ball crosses the line, he gives it a little bit. Actually, that's probably the most unfortunate own goal in the entire tape. Shouldn't be in here, really. What makes you think I'm going to run into Paul McGrath over the next 20 or 30 years? It's our favourite combination. A penalty box and a number 9 shirt come back to defend. This time, Graham Sharp. They just can't resist it. Let the dog see the rabbit, and bingo. Like a referee getting hit by a ball, like a policeman having his hat knocked off. Liverpool conceding an own goal in front of the Kop is a delicious sight to see. Watch the ball come back. Nicky Tanner makes his view clear. Of course, it's a fairly almighty cheek for Bruce Grobbelaar to turn around to anyone and say, look at the danger you put us in. And if you ask me, Bruce's hand could have come out another half a foot and stopped that. Just down the road, are Manchester United going to take this new Liverpool initiative lying down? Not if Mel Donaghy can help it. An extraordinary piece of precision. Imagine being put under pressure by Dennis Wise. Why, it's our old friends Nottingham Forest and our old friends Coventry. A Kilclinism coming up? Can't be, they've sold him. But who's this? David Smith. The king is dead. Long live the king. Handsome Steve Ogrizovic has his say. Mind you, David Smith. Can't seem to place a David Smith. Still, I suspect if you had scored an own goal like that, would you have given your real name? David Smith, a likely story. And for people who like continuity, that's Stuart Pearce coming into your picture there. Blame him. From one bizarre name to another, David Smith to Clive Wilson? More fireworks. That's actually more like it. It's been quite a while since we've had one of those hoofed into the roof of the net. And let's face it, it gives the fans something to talk about. In every pub, wherever you go, for the rest of your life. Little competition for you now. This goes in off yet another England defender. Which one? Kind of tricky, huh? That's Notts County celebrating. Coventry City gave away the own goal, so who would it be? Stand up, Kenny Sansom. when you can stand up, Kenny Sansom. And by bizarre coincidence, another England defender, former captain actually. No prizes for Ray Wilkins there. But did you spot Ray with his hands on his hips as the attack unfolded? Doesn't seem concerned at all there. Straight into the breach, straight into the back of the net. Now, could anyone forget this game? A roller coaster. Lee Chapman breaking his team's ambitious hearts. And yes, another number 9 back there in the 6-yard box. Didn't matter, because enter Brian Gowell with this wobbly hodgepodge of a goal to give the title to Leeds and break Manchester hearts. Interestingly, he tells his goalkeeper Mo to flipping call his aunt. Doesn't he? What a way to win a title. Similarly, another strike that needed 2 touches comes from Steve Walsh of Leicester. 1, 2. See the Taylor reports in full effect there. And if there's only one thing worse than having these blazoned all over a cocky smart-ass tape, it's having the thing done in the flesh with thousands of the away supporters rushing on to congratulate you. Okay, just throw us another one. Give us a hip switch. Yeah, we did a little poll before we made this video up. We said, which own goal do you remember most from recent years? Which would you say is the most humiliating, showed the player up to be, well, what players look like when they score own goals? Who was loathed most by his teammates? The most unnecessary, stupid, mindless own goal? It was a clear winner. Topping Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen was still Lee Dixon's well, you know the one. And it's got all the ingredients. The league champions. The nostalgic, over-the-top pass-back. All those Arsenal supporters we saw jumping up and down earlier on, not jumping up and down. And, of course, it's an England defender. This tape should sell very healthily in Scotland, I think. Some people are born own goal scorers, other people achieve own goals, and yet others are just balmy. Tommy Hutchinson had already scored in this very important game at Wembley when he decided he wanted to cancel it out, make everything fair and square again. So if you watch this, there's no reason for him to be where he was, except he damn well wanted a goal at both ends. We join the action with Glenn Hoddle pointing out to Tommy where the ball's going to go. Over there, where it's no harm. Tom says, got this idea about goal at both ends. Couldn't put it a bit to the left, could you? Glenn obliges. Joe Corrigan takes this all rather well. And Tom the Tash takes it like a man, while bearing in mind it's Wembley. My family's here, my in-laws are here, that brother-in-law I don't like's here, and there are 50 billion people watching in 17 different nations. Whose shirt's this? Hands up, who said Villa? Who said West Ham? Who said Burnley? That's what it is, the old Turf Moor. Then we go to Turf Moor on a Tuesday night, we got beat 4-0. Always get beat 4-0 at Turf Moor. In between these, I keep changing these shirts and it messes all my hair up. You've probably noticed. And it reminded me, I said, have you still got that clip of Jimmy Greaves and his hair in the thing? And they said, no, Dennis, there's nowhere really in the tape we can fit it in. I said, how dare you? They don't care, they don't need things to be neat and tidy. They want to see the clip of Jim's hair. So here it is.
My piece is not in shot, is it? No, right, thank you very much. That'll do me, pal. Can you keep the camera there for a sec? Thank you. Thank you, Ducks. Hold on.
4-0.
Hair's a disgrace. I'll be glad when I finally go bald.
Just give it.
What do you mean, finally go bald, Jim? Do the decent thing and take it to the waters at Lords and dip it in.
What conversation's
What was that, Ted?
What? He's reached the wall after 20 miles.
Oh, bollocks to it.
LUFC 1972. Gary Sprake was a funny comedy goalkeeper, wasn't he? If you've ever listened to any of my spoutings about football before, you'll know I'm very much a pro-European man. I think they're light years ahead of our dull old stupid game. I mean, me and Motson often agree on this. With their wonderful stadiums and their free-flowing football and their family atmospheres, well, the kind of blunders I've been showing on here could never happen abroad. Cue that big fat sequence where it happens all the time, would you? The song says it's very dashing, the Continental. Oh, yeah? You see, truth be told, these upcoming clips are of a superior style of error. A graceful, free-flowing error that we just don't see in this country enough. For instance, even a goalkeeper, basic requirement, be able to kick the ball. When you're at school, there was always one kid who kicked like that, and you always had to pick him. Eventually. Still, I dare say the Goalkeepers' Union would argue their members are not outfield players, despite what happens. So, OK, let's make the basic requirement should be able to punch the ball. Away